what
Sure.
are ways you can inspire a girl to dress sexy for you or get her to wear something special for you?
Inspire? Just tell her,
Uh,
right?
I
Like,
I
like if
put
you
it in a non-misogynistic way for the feminist way. I'm just kidding.
no, but no, you just tell her. Like if you really like, say you love blue dresses, like you just love the way blue looks, or you're like, oh, her skin tone would just look so good in blue. Just tell her. Say, you know what? You'd look so fucking sexy in a tight blue dress. That's what I want you to wear when we meet up next week. And that's it. Like, you don't have to inspire. Like your command will be inspiring.
Yeah, I think you need to set up that dynamic, right? Like the the reason I hesitate on this question is so many guys I seen texting that will like have a Tinder date. They haven't set up any DS dynamic whatsoever. They haven't given the girls any other instructions, any other commands, anything like that. They've just come off as like a regular dude, and then just before the date, they basically tell the girl like, "What are you gonna wear for me?" or "I need you to wear this." And the girls then just do see it misogynistically
Right.
because you
Because
haven't
it's too
set up
abrupt.
any dynamic. Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I just said because it's too abrupt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right. You
Yeah.
haven't built it up. So if you have this dynamic with the girl, yeah, of course, you just tell her, right? Like, and you can positively frame it. Like, I love that idea. Like, you'd look so fucking hot in this. Oh my God, blah, blah. Yeah, that's completely cool. You can do this with anything. Like, when even we spoke about anal before, right? I think you'd really fucking enjoy it. Like, blah, blah. You could do the same shit. But if just before the Tinder date, you're like, hey, can you do a douche before you get here? Because we're doing anal. The girl's just going to be like, what the fuck? Like, you need to have the dynamic set up. So, yeah, if it's just the first date and
Uh,
it's not set up, then don't worry what the girl wears. All right. And then after that, once you have it set up, then yeah, tell her.
mhm. Yeah. So I would agree and disagree. Um, but it is agreeing actually. But so I have straight up been very straightforward, very vocal with that. But again, like this is how I am, right? Like I'm completely sunk into this is just who I am and this is how I communicate. And but here's the but though. And it feeds onto like setting it up prior so that it doesn't come off as abrupt. My dating profiles clearly indicate that I'm this way. Like there's no confusion whatsoever that I'm not a dom, right? And so that sets like this very subtle perception of who I am, how I might behave, how I might communicate. So when I do communicate in this way, it's not abrupt. It's like, oh, that's on brand. You know what I mean? So my whole branding uh on dating apps are just right in line with how I behave. So when I say and I'm setting up the date and I give a command, this one girl, she was I knew the place that I wanted to go, right? It was this like nice like Italian winery and they had like little tapas type stuff and it looked like it would just scooped right up out of Tuscany and plopped in the middle of Brooklyn. And I knew the style, the vibe, and I knew what I was going to wear and I wanted to be sure that she looked the part. Right? She didn't come in wearing some fucking flamenco dress or sweatpants or jeans or whatever. Even if they're like $500 jeans, it's not going to fit. So I told her, like, I have a place. I'd like you to wear this. And she straight up said, I don't have a black dress. Right. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what girl doesn't have a fucking black dress? But she didn't. And I didn't say anything. I just let it sit. Her question, what if I don't have a black dress? I didn't respond. And she said, I'll find one. And that was it, right? Because everything that I was doing was just right on brand with what she'd expect someone like me to say. And then she showed up in a black dress. And that was because I had this vision of like, okay, it's gonna fit with the whole vibe of us being there. We fit the environment. And that just casts more of the spell into her head of, we're in this thing, I'm with this guy, I see him this way, he's talking to me this way, we're in this environment, he's making me dress this way, like all that stuff. And so yeah, if you don't have that, then don't communicate like me. You know what I'm saying? Like your branding should be consistent all the way across the board. And then so if it's not, then do what Marcus is suggesting and that you can build into this, right? You can build into being comfortable giving commands and things of that nature.
I'll build upon that a little bit more. That's beautiful. Women love to play along with, let's say, themes. So, you mentioned it was almost like copy and pasted from an Italian city straight into New York.
Hmm.
My wife, for example, last night she found Victoria's Secret is advertising the fashion show 2025 or whatever it is. And like on the video on the Peruvian page, they changed the subway trains pink. Some of the subway trains are advertising it, so they're pink. Victoria's Secret, they got lingerie models on it. So me and my wife last night were like, okay, so tomorrow, as in today, if we have time today, could just go to a fucking subway station here, Metro, we call it, in Lima. Wait for one of the pink trains, and she could dress in pink or something, and we could just have something for Victoria's Secret. Like this is like what me and my wife do sometimes. So I have done
That sounds
similar
fun.
things before in other senses, but she's playing a part. She realizes, okay, I can play along with this. I can get that black dress. I can wear pink for this pink place. Like it's not the first pink thing we're doing. A
Mhm.
few like 2 weeks ago, we went to a pink cafe. She's gonna wear pink or white or something. So women love to play along with themes.
Yep.
Halloween is this month, guys. Like, come on, women love Halloween, dressing like slutty kitty cats. It's the most amazing shit. So,
Yeah.
100%. Any other
Yeah.
comments on this?
Yeah, no, I love that, and that sounds like a lot of fun. And just to kind of strengthen what you're saying, that goes back to what I was talking about with like the power of narratives. Like if you can weave narratives not only like from your mouth into her ear, but also her other perceptions as well. Like because it's all just a narrative to her, right? Like when she sees a guy, like say like at a bar or a club or cafe and catches her eye, she's already starting a story in her head. Like if he introduces himself or whatever, she's thinking like, oh, what if we start dating? I wonder what our babies would look like. What's his last name? What would that sound like next to my first name? Like they go off into all sorts of things. They start imagining that you're awesome in bed and just all these narratives, right? So if you can start wielding and controlling that narrative of what she's perceiving, and hopefully it's somewhat true, right? Then you have a lot more leverage. Like you basically become the lever in that situation.
Beautiful.